Anyway, just something I want to do. I mean, shit, Shatner went to space. Supposedly. I don't necessarily know if you call that giant dick ride going to space, but it's the upper layer of the atmosphere. I hate to break it to you. Not really space.
He saw space.
I saw they made a whole special on Amazon Prime about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I saw that too, and I was like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch that.
yeah. Sorry.
I don't care.
Sorry, William Shatner.
It was amazing. Remember I told you he was like crying and the other people that went with him were like shaking champagne and all that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
was all emotional.
Yeah.
It's like, alright, well you can get the same experience flying internationally on a fucking airplane for the most part.
And you don't get showered with champagne at that.
Yeah. Well, you can, I guess.
Well, I mean, it doesn't normally happen.
No. You own your own and then you can do whatever the fuck you want. Fuck you money.
Yeah. Getting that fuck you money.
Give me that fuck you money.
Alright.
Ken's turn, I think.
Why?
Yeah. I think his
I'm
list,
trying to get the gears
I think his
moving.
list is exhausted.
Live in a shed. Type of
Live in a shed. Have a space heater. The only thing to my name. Don't want to go nowhere except maybe Mars.
It's exhausting to travel through the world, but I'll go to Mars.
I know, that kind of threw me off a little bit too.
It's a one-way trip.
It sounds kind of like Captain Moisturizers. I'm okay with the Hooters uniform. So that's my daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as my daughter doesn't work there. Anyway.
Alright.
So, we got another one.
I would like to speak at least one other language before I die.
Ooh, okay. Do you have any language in particular?
I have 3, actually.
What are you eyeballing?
Chinese, Russian, or Spanish.
I know a little bit of Spanish.
In that order.
Spanish is one of the most widely spoken languages. It's probably second, I would assume, to English. I assume. I mean, you can make the argument for Chinese, but there are all these different, like, dialects and
Yeah,
everything,
there
and
is.
they're actually, like, kind of, like, from how I understand it, like, almost different languages.
Well, so is Spanish to an extent. Like, you have the different dialect depending on where you're...
Right. Well, I mean, it's mainly, like,
Slang terms and shit.
Spain, and, Portuguese is a separate language, so discount
Right.
that, altogether, and then, the Central and South Americas are, to an extent, but, okay, I could see that.
At least one.
At least one.
Don't have
So
to
you-
be
so
a
you
master expert, but at least knowledgeable. And so I'm looking at it as like a future investment
Right.
for...
Yeah, I mean, that's always what I say. I mean, I'm no expert in Spanish, but I know enough not to get stabbed if I'm...
Right. Like Spanish is my third because they're not taking over the United States, but China or Russia could possibly do that at one point in time.
That's an interesting reason behind wanting to learn another language. But we can get into that at a later date. Do you have any opinions on that, Mr. Casey?
Nah, I don't really want to learn different languages.
He just wants to live in a...
I don't care what most people
God.
say when they speak English, let alone a
If
different
people
language.
think I'm a dark, morbid fucking person. God damn.
Let us know down in the comments which one of these two characters you believe is more dark and more morbid. Man, I wish I knew how to work Twitter, because I would make that a Twitter poll in a second. Oh, so languages.
Languages.
Interesting.
Specific languages. Obviously, if I learn Latin, what the fuck? I might run into one person one day. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a unimportant language at this point in time.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
even doctors just
Well,
know
actually-
certain medical terms and stuff like that. They don't actually know the full
Actually,
language.
most languages, I believe, I mean, not all, but most are derived from Latin.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah. but nobody. There's very few people that actually like study Latin. Like if you study Latin, like the odds of you running into somebody else.
Well, that's because it's a dead language.
It's a dead language. Yeah. It's a niche degree. Like what do you?
It's fair. It's fair stuff.
And the only thing you're going to learn through Latin is like the history of how languages are, where the roots are for the language.
Or cool
Other than
tattoos that you actually know how to spell.
Right. Or you could tell people Latin words that mean something completely opposite and convince them to get tattoos of it.
Right. I suck dick
Like
every day.
no, like they do with the Chinese tattoos and everything.
Yeah, you've seen that.
I see where you're going with that.
Now I'm starting to have a bucket list. I think I'm going to become a tattoo artist.
He has the will to live.
There you go. You can do tattoos in your shed.
Only to make people feel like they're complete idiots.
That's
Forget
not
the tattoo.
shady at all.
There's a space heater in there. It's not that shady.
That's like going when you walk into like a tattoo artist place and you just like I just feel the hepatitis all around me. And you turn around.
Oh
and
my
walk
god! You mean when it's like a shady looking tattoo joint?
When you go into his shit, that's kind of I envision that being that kind of feeling. Anyway, you got another one?
This one's probably my biggest bucket list, even though it's further down the list. I want to draw orange beards on everything.
Okay, now
And
that's
then I have in parentheses, haha. I had to put that one on there, bro.
okay. All right. Quick question: if you had the opportunity to, with your artistic skills and everything, like I guess whatever they do with old paintings and everything, like retouch them or whatever, refurbish them or whatever.
Okay.
Would you draw an orange beard on the Mona Lisa?
If it looked like it was still like ancient.
If it was the original Mona Lisa,
Yeah.
would you draw an orange beard on
If
it?
I had fuck you money, I would buy the Mona Lisa and put an orange beard on it.
Oh my god! People would not be happy.
No, they wouldn't, but I would.
Well, I mean, the kind of people that would actually care about that kind of thing probably deserve it anyways.
It's fair assessment.
Like, if I had fuck you money, that would be a Christmas present I would give you again. The original Mona Lisa with an orange beard.
Oh!
I'd hang it on the wall.
That'd be
I know
awesome.
you would.
That'd be a cool Christmas present.
Yeah.
The question is, would it still be valuable at that point?
Who the fuck cares if you have fuck
Yeah,
you
if you got
money?
I'd hang it on my refrigerator. That would be.
I think it's a little bigger than
You
that.
can put it in your shed when you tattoo it.
I'll cut pieces of it up and put it on the refrigerator. That'll really piss some people off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.